Yes, Judge, I am. And you started.
Okay, go ahead, open up for it.
36th District Court, State of Michigan is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marlena Taylor is now presiding. At this time, there will be no eating, no sleeping, no talking, no gum chewing, no drinking, no smoking, no driving or riding in a vehicle, no laying down or lounging. Please keep your devices on mute until you are addressed by one of the courthouse staff. Also, keep your devices on a level surface so that your face may be seen on screen. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Now calling the matter of the people versus Joshua Williams. This is case number 21739367. Count 1, stop, street or intersection failed to stop. Count 2, no proof of insurance. This is the date and time set for a formal hearing. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lawrence L. LaSalle, 71355, on behalf of Mr. Joshua Williams.
And is your client coming online today, sir?
No, Your Honor, I would ask to waive his presence. I do have authority to handle this matter.
All right, thank you. This time the court is going to allow you to act on his behalf and waive his appearance for this hearing. The time is now 9:41 a.m. This matter was set for a formal hearing. There is no officer present for it. Do you have a motion, sir?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. At this time, defense would request a motion to dismiss. We are prepared.
Seeing that this matter was scheduled at 8:30 a.m. and no one has appeared, the court is going to grant your motion and dismiss this matter without prejudice. Thank you, sir, for your time and patience this morning.
Thank you as well, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Duplessis, we said that who was ready? Zachary Williams. Let me bring him out because he's just a review. Right? What about Crystal? She's a review too, right? Crystal Walker is a review. No. You're right on. Okay.
Mr. Plessis, you're muted.
Ms. Walker has documents. She's shown.
I'm just chit chatting away, sorry.
Oh, did she?
Yep. So she's just, we just be requesting dismissal.
Oh, okay.
You
Thank you.
can call her then.
All right, let me do 2 people and then you can go talk to the other 2 folks, okay?
Perfect.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Williams.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Hold on. Okay, all right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Zachary Williams. This is case number U517818819. This is 1 count of disorderly conduct.
Yes.
This is the date time set for a review on this matter. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Duplessis for House
Counsel, P82896. I have Mr. Williams appearing by Zoom. Mr. Williams, are you waiving your right to an in-person appearance so you can appear by Zoom today?
Yes,
Can you state your full name for the record?
Zachary Williams.
Thank you. Your Honor, Mr. Williams, he completed his community service as well as his testing. He tells me that he faxed that information over to the court yesterday. But I believe there's some conditions that we're a little confused on in regard to his case.
Yeah, I paid the ticket too. I did. I paid that ticket back in November, December. That ticket's paid for.
Okay, so you paid the cost and fine. Did you do the HIV STI testing, sir?
Yeah, yes, I turned all the paperwork. I turned all the paperwork in. I got it right here.
20 hours of community service, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I turned everything in yesterday.
Okay.
Here's my
What about the
paperwork right
prostitution
here.
awareness class?
I didn't know nothing about the awareness class.
That's really one of the parts of the agreement, sir. If you
I
done
mean, didn't
everything
nobody,
else-
well, didn't nobody send me no information on it. Didn't nobody send me no information on it.
Okay.
I don't
All
even,
right,
I don't even know where to go.
Okay, Mr. Williams, well, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do it because this was reduced to a disorderly conduct and that was one of the requirements of it. Okay, so you're not in trouble, you just have to do it. So, I'm gonna give you that phone number again, whoever you sent it over to. That, they should have told you about that class as well, but maybe you didn't know that you had to take the class.
No, they didn't tell me
Okay.
nothing.
It's okay, Mr. Williams, I'm telling you right now, because I have it written down. I had to check the back of my ticket that I wrote on, and it's one of the things I wrote down. So it's one of the requirements that you have to complete. So that number where you sent all that information to, 313
313 965 965 what?
3414.
Wait a minute. 3414 965 3414.
That's right, sir. You tell them that you need to take that, that prostitution awareness program. Sometimes it's called John's School. And you need to take that to complete everything that you need to do. As long as you do that, then this matter will be closed under disorderly conduct as opposed to closed under the original ticket, okay? And you want that. So how long do you think it would take you to, it's online too, I believe. I believe the class is online right now. So how long do you think it would take you to take that? 30 or 60 days?
30 days. I mean, how
Okay.
long is the class? How long is the class?
It's not long. It's not a long class. John, do you know how long class?
No, but I think it can be done in a day.
I've been told it could be done in a day. Like, it's not a super long class. It's not like weeks long or anything like that, okay? And we don't have the payment, sir. When did you pay it?
I paid that back in December downstairs. That's when the court was that's right after I got offline. It's already paid.
Yeah. Do you have the receipt, sir? Can you bring that to the next court hearing? Because we're not showing that it's paid. So you may have sent some money and you may have paid another ticket that was open at the court.
Only had one ticket, Your Honor. Only
Okay,
got one. Only had one ticket.
Try and find that receipt for us because we're not seeing it in the computer system. You don't have to find it right now. That's why we're going to adjourn this. You don't have to find it right now, but we're not showing that you paid the cost.
Yeah, I paid it.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to adjourn this matter for a month so that we can review it at that time. Adjourn this matter to April the 4th of 2022 at 8:30 a.m. So you need to bring the receipt so we can see that you paid for it. And then the prostitution awareness class, okay? All right, if there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing. Thank you. All right, Ms. Walker?
Yes.
All right, can you hear us, Ms. Walker?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can you try and turn the volume up on your phone? I don't know why everybody sounds so low.
It's
Okay,
it's up as loud as it goes.
Okay, ma'am, right there. Can you stay right there for me? Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Crystal Walker. This is ticket number 400298. Count 1, improper plate. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Ashley Duplessis for House Counsel. I am Ms. Walker, appearing by Zoom. Ms. Walker, are you waiving your right to an in-person appearance so you may appear by Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Crystal Sharice Walker.
Thank you. Your Honor, first and foremost, this is an arraignment on the bench warrant. I would ask that the court set aside that bench warrant respectfully.
At this time, the court is going to set aside the bench warrant that is out there and enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Walker was able to show me documentation for both of these offenses. I believe there is a recommendation from the city for dismissal of both offenses.
At this time, I do have in my possession the city recommendation to dismiss these matters without prejudice for providing proper documentation. Ms. Walker, make sure that you always provide proper documentation to or have it on you so that you don't have to deal with this issue, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
So I just have Michael Williams and Antonio Wyndham in the breakout
That's
rooms.
right. Yep, I was gonna say, and for Michael Williams, can you find out if he has his license now? That would be helpful.
I will. He has a lot of tickets, though.
That's Wyndham. No.
Huh.
Williams should only have 3 tickets, right?
Yeah, Williams only has the 3. Wyndham has 24 counts and 7 civil infractions in default.
Okay. All right. Got the offer. We're gonna have to work through this, but we open. Okay. On the other guy though, if he pleads to the 1 count, then I'll dismiss the other 2.
Let me go settle him first so I can get him out of here, and then I'll
Okay.
come back to Mr. Wyndham.
Okay, that sounds perfect.
Mary, then on mute. Till.
Mr. Williams is ready to take a plea, but he's on a phone, so I'm not sure how to get him out of that breakout room.
Okay, I can get him out.
Thank you.
Mary, unmute. Oh, okay. Cool.
Mr. Williams, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. And I see Ms. Sandy is back on the screen. Thank you. Now calling the matters of the people versus Michael Williams. This is ticket number P10317778 and 1 count allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Also calling ticket number P342369 1 count failed to secure load to a body or frame. 1 count drove while unlicensed. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
And Your Honor, Ashley Duplessis for House Counsel. I am Mr. Williams appearing on Zoom via cell phone. Mr. Williams, are you waiving your right to appear in person so that you may appear by Zoom?
Yes,
Yep, and can you state your full name for the record, please?
Michael Darnell Williams.
Thank you. Your Honor, first and foremost, this case is in bench warrant status, so I would respectfully request that the bench warrants be set aside.
At this time, the court is going to set aside the bench warrant that is out there, and also is going to enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. How is it proceeding?
Your Honor, an offer was made to Mr. Williams that if he were to plead guilty to the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that would be put under a 3-month delay, with the remaining 2 charges to be dismissed. And Mr. Williams would like to take advantage of that.
Would you, Mr. Williams, like to take advantage of that?
He would, yes. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, that wasn't for me.
Mr. Williams, so can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. Mr. Williams, did you have an opportunity to talk to an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone threaten, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes,
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty, sir?
yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, that you're going to give up any rights that you may have had to have a trial in the future?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of that, Mr. Williams, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I want to take your attention back to the date of October the 8th of 2019. Were you in the area of Grand River at I-96 in the city of Detroit?
Grand River.
The freeway, it would have been the freeway, I-96 at Grand River?
I-96 in Grand River.
Yes.
Your Honor,
I
for
don't
this
really-
ticket, oh, pardon me. His daughter was actually driving the car for the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. So I could
All right,
volunteer
sir.
him if you'd
Okay.
like.
Sir, thank you so much for that. Sir, do you own a Chevy vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and did you allow someone who you knew was unlicensed to drive that vehicle on the date of October the 8th, 2019?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Plessis, will you stipulate that it was in the area I-96 in Grand River in the city of Detroit?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Thank you. So at this time, the court is going to accept the plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Is there stipulation for probable cause of the remaining 2 counts?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court is going to dismiss ticket number P342369 in its entirety. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Williams. I should have read a little bit more carefully what the count was, because and I appreciate you not lying because you weren't sure about that. Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank
All
you, Your
right,
Honor.
sir. I'm gonna assess the fine today in the amount of $200. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna have that due since this is a 3-month delayed sentence. What's gonna happen is that I'm gonna make it due on the date of time of your review. As long as this ticket has been paid by that time, and you pick up no new tickets like this case will be dismissed, okay?
Okay, then.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you come back for a review on the day of June the 2nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. As long as you paid that fine, like I said, no new tickets, this case will be dismissed, okay, sir?
Okay, then. All right.
All right, if there's nothing further, Mr. Williams, you're all set. We'll see you back that day.
Your Honor, I can pay the 200 now?
You can't. Can you give us a day though before you pay it? You can pay it online or you can come down here and pay it, but you can pay it as soon as you want to. Yeah,
Okay, then. Thank you.
you're very welcome, Mr. Williams. You're all set, sir. That concludes this hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now, Mr. Plessis, I want to call Mr. Wyndham on all these matters. What I propose is, most of his matters are paper. It looks like he has a couple of ones, but you know, he has a reckless driving that's in warrant status. So I want him to take that class. The driver, what is that? I don't see. Defensive driving class. Why is it not on Johnson? You know what class I'm talking about? It's not on. the sheet.
Through the Secretary of State,
Yeah, I guess they go on the website.
it's defensive driving, I think.
Yes, defensive driving online. I wish I had the address though, but it's not on his particular sheet. To get this down to, what is it? School crossing guard, failure to obey a school crossing guard, which is 3 points instead of 6 points.
Okay, so let me go through the city tickets real quick. So he would plead guilty to responsible for 2 civil infractions of blockading, 1 civil infraction of improper plates. Looks like there's a U ticket that I don't know what it is, so I'll look that up. And for that, we'll dismiss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tickets will be dismissed for the city. And then what would you want to do for the state?
Yes, 8 tickets with the state. We're gonna lead to 2 of them. There's a drive unregistered untitled vehicle, and then he has this civil infraction of reckless driving, and that's my concern. I could try.
Yeah, the reckless is going to be.
And obviously not having to plea as charged to that count, but and he doesn't have a ton of cases where it's bad driving in my opinion. He doesn't have his stuff, so we can.
My only concern with that reckless is just if that's going to permanently suspend his license based on how many points he
It wouldn't
has.
be the plea to the reckless though.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I'm thinking failure to obey a school crossing guard, but I may want him to take that class in order to get it. School crossing, that other class, in order to get it. So I don't know if he wants to take advantage of this offer today, or we postpone it for like a month or 2 and give him time to take the class, and then I can write that and get that offer. I won't do the reckless drive.
So maybe what we could do, if he is amenable to all this, maybe all the things he could plead to right now, he pleads to, and we set the reckless out for an informal hearing in a month or so. And if he can bring back the proof, we can lift the default if it's in default status, and then give him the 3-pointer.
That could work.
Okay. What's the other state ticket you would want him to plead to?
It's a drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. Let me make sure the dates are okay. Hold on a minute. We got a couple of tickets that are gonna go away just because they're from 2012. I know. The reckless driving is a 2017 case, too, just FYI.
Well, the reckless, I mean, it would be in default anyways, so anything that he's being offered would be a benefit to him. Because regardless, if he just leaves it, he gets the points and the fine just sits there until he decides to
We'll
pay
talk
it.
to him about what we're saying. So it will just be 1 count of this reduced, the reckless driving to failure to, let me write this on the back, failure to obey school crossing guard, which is 3 points, I believe. As opposed to drag racing, because drag racing is 4 points.
Yeah, okay.
And then 1 count of drive unregistered or untitled vehicle, and the remaining 6 counts will be dismissed.
For the reckless, if he goes with this, would you like to give him 30 days, 60 days?
You know, ask him how long he'll need. I'll give him up to 60 days to complete, but if he only needs 30 days, we can do it in 30 days.
All right, I will be back.
Okay.
He should be coming at any time, but he is going to take that offer.
You gonna take the offer?
Yes.
Okay. Like, All right, Mr. Wyndham.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna need you to hold the camera steady, okay? So find a place where you can rest the camera so that it's not moving all around, okay? All right. Okay, Mr. Plessis, I think I'm going to call just his state matters, his city matters first. Then I'll call his state matters, and then I'm gonna call his civil infractions and do the fees on those, just the late fees on those, so he won't have as many, okay? All right. Now calling the matters of the people versus Antonio Wyndham. These matters are scheduled for today. Ticket number P1222657, count 1, failed to display valid operator's license not on person. Count 2, failed to stop for stop sign. Count 3, no receipt of or unsigned registration. The rest of the matters are in warrant status. U-Ticket 225222015, 1 count loitering on public-private property trespass. Ticket number 124324341, 1 count drove while license not valid or improper license. Ticket number SP 8021901, 1 count driver's license never acquired. Ticket number SP 8021903, 1 count no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket number SP 8415371, 1 count drove while license not valid or improper license. Case number SP 9354411, drove while license not valid or improper license. U-Ticket 30332716, 1 count violation of city marijuana code. U-Ticket 776125111, 1 count enter vacant building without written authorization. Ticket number UH9742212, 1 count violation of city marijuana code. Ticket number 105030011, 1 count drove while license not valid or improper license. Ticket number 162888491, 1 count no operator's license on person. Ticket number 163060291, 1 count no operator's license on person. Ticket number 163060292, 1 count no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket number 184768961, 1 count no operator's license on person. These are just the city matters, but we'll handle this matter first. Appearances for the record, starting with council, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Ashley Plessis, P82896. On behalf of Mr. Wyndham, who's appearing by Zoom. Mr. Wyndham, are you waiving your right to an in-person appearance so you can handle these matters by Zoom today?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Can you state your full name for the record?
Antonio Jarrell Wyndham.
Thank you. And Your Honor, for the city matters, did you want to start with the 1 misdemeanor or the 3 civil infractions?
I'll do the.
It don't matter. Which one?
1 second, Mr. Wyndham. The judge is going to direct us on how she'd like to proceed.
Okay. The infraction.
He has 2 civil infractions and there's 2 misdemeanors, right? One is a delayed sentence that he dismissed. It's 6 months and the other is just improper plates. Am I right? Is it 4 counts altogether?
I believe the improper, let me just double check that improper. I thought that was a listed as a civil infraction.
He just puts it on that line. It's really a misdemeanor.
Okay.
Hold on. You're right.
Every now and then it happens.
No. It's improper plates is a misdemeanor, and it's the count one.
I think the no registration version of it is the misdemeanor.
Okay. Yeah, so he has 2 misdemeanors that he will be pleading to and 2 civil infractions for this thing.
So we are saying that improper plates is a misdemeanor? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Mr. Wyndham, is that still something you'd like to do? It's still a no point ticket. it comes with a fine. Is that still something you'd like to do with the improper plates? Oh, you were muted. I'm so sorry.
Huh?
Okay, so for the city tickets, initially we had discussed 3 civil infractions and 1 misdemeanor. It turns out that the improper plates, that is actually a misdemeanor, and that is still no points. But is that something you would like to do?
Yes.
And I'm just double checking this right now.
Okay, if so, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you put your hand down, sir. Mr. Windham, did you have an opportunity to speak with an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, that you're going to give up any rights that you may have had to have a trial in the future?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward with the plea today?
Yes.
All right, sir. I want to take you back to the date of, this looks like February the 25th of 2015. Were you in the area of 17136 Pelkey in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And while you were in that area, were you on a private or public property without the permission of the owner? Loitering?
No, ma'am, not that I can recall. I knew somebody at that address. But yes.
Well, Mr. Wyndham, did they personally give you an invitation to be at that property at that particular time?
I don't know, that was a long time ago. I don't remember, but I still stay in the same area. I stay around the block from there.
Well, Your Honor, given the fact that he is having trouble recalling this, would it be possible to proceed with a no contest plea? Or lack of memory?
Do you remember this incident back then, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Do you dispute that you may have been there at that time, however?
Yeah, because that's in my area. That's around the corner from me.
Okay. All right, so we don't dispute that you would have been there at that time.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll read from the ticket that on that date, February the 25th, 2015, that Mr. Windham was in the area of 17136 Pelkey in the city of Detroit and was on property loitering at the time without the permission of the owner. Then as it relates to ticket number P1222657, count 1, Mr. Windham, were you in the area of Fairpoint and Fairmount Drive in the city of Detroit driving a Mercedes vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
This would have been back on July 31st of 2021, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you fail to display a valid operator's license to the police officer?
Yes, ma'am.
And reading from the ticket for count 2 and 3, that he failed to stop for a stop sign and did not present registration, which would be omitted to blockading. Satisfied, Ms. Duplessis?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, and is there a stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court is going to enter a plea on count 1 of ticket P1222657 to improper plates. Count 2 and 3 of that ticket will be amended to blockading. On ticket number U22, let me start again. On ticket U22522-015, that matter is going to be as charged, but it's under a delayed sentence for 6 months, which means, Mr. Windham, when you come back in 6 months, as long as you have no new tickets like this, that matter will be dismissed, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And the rest of the tickets called on the record for this particular matter will be dismissed as well today. All right, the fine, sir, for the 2 civil infractions is $175. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
and you usually have 14 days to pay that. Is that gonna be enough time?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm gonna have those both due no later than 3/16/2022. On the improper place on this ticket, I'm going to waive those costs and fines today, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
On
Your Honor,
the,
pardon me. If I could
Okay.
make a request on Mr. Wyndham's behalf, I'll be making for both the city tickets and the state tickets. I am counting at least 26 bench warrant fees of $50 each, bringing him to at least $1,300 in bench warrant fees. If the court would be so inclined, I would respectfully ask that the bench warrant fees be set aside for Mr. Wyndham so we can get him back to a legal driving status.
okay, so at this time, per the request of your attorney, I am going to waive, waive the bench warrant fees in each one of these matters called on the record today. So that way, with the remaining fine that I give you, you'll just have to pay the fines and costs that we put on the record today, okay, sir?
Okay.
All right, on the ticket that you're coming back in 6 months for, I am going to assess a fine in the amount of $300, okay? So you have
Okay.
6 months to figure out how to get $300, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're gonna have you return for this matter on September the 2nd, 2022. Okay, because I have to make sure that you get no new tickets like that and that you pay the $300 fine. And then we'll have you come back for that. And I did it because you had so many tickets that we released from this state, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now moving on to the state tickets. Now calling the matters of the people versus Antonio Wyndham. This is ticket number SX2831671, one count reckless driving. Case number 184768962, one count drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. Ticket number 124515191, one count failed to display a valid operator's license not on person. Case number 124006021, one count drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. Case number 124006022, one count drove while unlicensed. Ticket number SX283167732, one count drove while license not valid or improper license. Ticket number SX8656671, one count drove while license suspended. And case number SP8021902, one count drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Plessis on behalf of Mr. Wyndham, renewing our request to appear by Zoom today. Mr. Wyndham, can you state your full name again?
Antonio Jarrell Winham.
Thank you. Your Honor, the court has fashioned a creative plea for Mr. Wyndham to allow him to increase his driving knowledge and reduce the amount of points on his tickets. The offer for the state tickets is he would plead guilty to one count of no registration. For the reckless driving ticket, we'll set this out for an informal hearing 30 days from now. Mr. Wyndham is going to go to the Secretary of State website and he's going to complete a defensive driving class and present that certificate to the court. Should he do that, his reckless driving ticket at 6 points will be reduced to a failure to obey a school crossing guard, which is a 3-point ticket. And this is something Mr. Wyndham, of course, would like to take advantage of.
Is that right, Mr. Wyndham?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so is 30 days gonna be enough time for you to take that class and come back?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna have you come back on April the 4th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. You provide that you completed that class. I'll do exactly what I said I was gonna do, okay, on these particular tickets, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me set aside the warrant. These are all the warrant status. Let me set aside the warrant status, at least at this point in time. We'll handle it further with the rest of the cost and fees. We'll take care of those, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna set your bond at $0 personal on each one of these tickets. And on that date and time, as long as you completed the class, you'll plead to those 2 counts and the rest of the 6 tickets will be dismissed.
Okay. Thank
Okay? Finally, these are all civil infractions that are in default. Now calling the matter of the people versus Antonio Winham. This is ticket number SP 8415361. 1 count disregard signal red or amber. Case number SP 8415362. 1 count no insurance. Case number SP 9354401 expired plate. Case number SP 9354402 no proof of insurance. Case number SP 9354403 license and proper address. Case number SP 9354412 no valid registration certificate. And ticket number SP 162888481 1 count improper left turn. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Plessis on behalf of Mr. Wyndham, renewing our request to appear by Zoom today. Mr. Wyndham, can you state your full name for the record one more time?
Antonio Jarrell Winham.
Thank you. And Your Honor, Mr. Wyndham is taking advantage of the offer that has been made to him.
So at this time with this, Mr. Winham, what I'm going to do is I'm going to waive. Waive the late fees on all of these civil infractions. Now you're gonna have to pay these civil infractions, okay?
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
go online and find out how much they cost. You're gonna have to pay them, but I'm gonna waive the late fees so that way it won't be as much. I'm going to be mindful of that when we take care of the other tickets that you have in 30 days, that I'm still making you pay for these civil infractions. What that means is essentially, it is a civil infraction fee on one of these tickets, but I'm probably gonna most likely waive the cost and fines on the other ticket, right?
Okay.
So that way, because you're gonna have to pay these, and I just named a whole bunch of them. But I'll take away the late cost. That way they won't be as much when you have to pay these tickets, okay? Because they're from 2017, 2018, 2016. That's a little further back than I'm willing to go, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Winham, you have any questions?
Just one, where do I, what's the name of the site to take the class at the Secretary of State?
You can just go to the Michigan Secretary of State website. Just type into Google and driving class. It'll direct you to the online classes that are approved by the Secretary of State.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
And one other thing I'm going to tell you, I would encourage you to go directly to the court and speak to a cashier. Now, the judge did waive a few $1,000s in fines for you today, but you're still going to have a significant amount of money to pay. So go and talk to a cashier about how you can get on a payment plan to start getting all of these taken care of so you can get your license back. But that's something you have to talk to a cashier about. You can't do that online. I'd really suggest you get on that payment plan so it's a more manageable way of paying all of this off.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna do it as soon as possible.
And then tell me how that's going on the 30th, okay? That will help me evaluate what type of cost and fines I can try and help you out with next time too. Because my goal is to get you back driving legit on the streets, okay? But this is what happens when you just let them pile up, you know? And I know life happens, so sometimes it's difficult. And we just let stuff go to the wayside, but you learned a valuable lesson. The court never forgets it, right?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
We just pile it right on up and keep it going until you come back. But since you're willing to work on it, I'm willing to work with you, okay? That's
Thank
why I'm
you.
trying to get rid of much fees as we can, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it.
No problem. All right, we'll see if we can do a little bit more next time, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. There's nothing further. That concludes the hearing. We'll see you back in 30 days, okay, sir? Take that class, and then we'll be able to see what we can do with the rest of these tickets, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good day.
Have a good day, Mr. Wyndham.
Okay, y'all too, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I have for a second, Judge, to let somebody in at the door.